Well, this is a little more detailed than that. This not only addresses the highly enriched uranium, which they would hand over, it would not only take out all their centrifuges, or at least down to a smaller amount, and finally deal with the plutonium out of their nuclear reactors that they have. So all three of those components need to be met to make this objective. And yes, I think this is something, I think the economic embargo, the oil commerce that has dried up, all of that is driving Iran to a point where they need to capitulate. It's inevitable in my mind, or they're going to suffer even greater damage than they've already had. And that's the strength of the current strategy with the oil blockade and not allowing any revenue to flow to this regime. It puts them in a precarious position by undermining their legitimacy to the people of Iran.
This potential deal kind of meets the signpost we've heard from the administration before, which is, if it were to work, reopening the Strait of Hormuz and then engaging in the nuclear negotiation. The vice president has said that ultimately Iran would get some kind of economic benefit from this. But if that doesn't come until the second stage here, why would Iran participate in these talks and reopen the strait? Or do you expect there to be some kind of economic benefit changing hands in stage one?
Well, if the straits are open, as I understand it, the blockade stops as well. So they would be able to sell some of their oil, at least get back to some sort of level of financial acuteness that they did not previously have. So as I understand it, if the straits are open, they would be able to flow their oil as well. Now, that would not relieve the money that's frozen or the other sanctions they have. But as I understand it, that's the quid pro quo. Not only would the world economy get back on sale, Iran would be able to sell the oil it has on the market at the moment.
Vice Admiral Bob Harward, who used to have one of the hardest jobs in the world, the Deputy Commander of CENTCOM. Thank you very much for your time on this Friday night, sir.
Thank you.
Back to Washington tonight in the Kennedy Center, an appeals court judge rejecting the Trump administration's effort to stop the removal of the president's name from the building's exterior. And at the White House, a giant arena is now being set up for an ultimate fighting event on the president's 80th birthday, Sunday night. The UFC says they're going to foot the bill, but there are some questions being raised about how much it's going to ultimately cost taxpayers and who stands to profit here. Here's our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce.